Hello, and welcome to my channel. If you've not seen me before, my name is Lisa, but I can go by Liz or Lise, and I hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be. My streams, they're for more mature audiences, so please do keep that in mind as you watch this playthrough. Also, of course, too, if you're enjoying the content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, enjoy! Hello again, this is a new PSA for Hello Kitty Island Adventure for the City Town DLC. Unfortunately, the frame rate is a little harsh on the eyes, so that's something to keep in mind. Also, there is a moment where there was some flashing. It's not as bad as what the Sweetheart Wonderland DLC used to have, but I just want to keep this up here and out there just in case if you're one who is sensitive to those kinds of things. And of course, hopefully in the future it will be patched, and thus this may be not relevant to the newer times, but I may keep this up all the same. But of course, as always, please enjoy the video starting now. Let's go ahead and jump in Hello Kitty Island Adventure today. Now, it is going to be a chill day, even though I did jump in and took care of the chores that I normally do. There was a lot to be said on a quest that did appear, but a lot to also be said in the visitors that have yet to still visit, aka the one, but also in the quests. I have no idea where we're going to stand with that, but we shall see all the same. But speaking of seeing all the same, what do we think about the thumbnail? By this time, I actually did just finish it up, but of course, the first video where it's featured in, I hope you enjoyed it. Or it was fun to put together. I even finished up the last little bits. Live, but not live. No one saw the work being done, but I was doing it. Because I forgot that it is animated, if you will. Okay. We got his quest done. So, that threw me off a little bit. But that's okay. Let's see. Bro time. We do. So we do get to see and check them out. And then this was the random quest. So we will get to it all in all. But again, more importantly is that the next time that we meet up, this will be part 1 of the Scholastic Celebration ago. But I, of course, logged in. So that's why we got the next little bit, which is for those planters. And then we are basically finishing up the Friendship Festival. Again, the last major piece was already given on day 5 in the list, at least what I was looking for. And then, of course, we completed this as well. There's still a bit of time, but keep that in mind if you do want to get the pieces. Otherwise, you will have to wait till next year, but I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do it. That is, if they're going to have them available at the stand, whatever the stand may be, or not. Is Evie just going to be a little... There we go. I was gonna say a little off today. Who's to say? But let us, do the, in a way, regular dancing around, so to speak. Still debating on how to handle that, but it's all good. Sometimes you gotta dance around a little bit. Which, of course, speaking of dancing around... Dun, 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 dun. Isn't it beautiful? This was a new one that came up. It's beautiful. At least I think so. And then... nothing happening. And to be fair, when I also say nothing happening, I actually forgot to have her for some of the areas that I went by to, which was ever so tragic. I hate this. It's just so obnoxious. I wish. You know? It was, literally a piece of clothing. And that's not a piece of clothing. And no, I did not read it. You know what? I'm willing to spend the 10. I feel like having one. I know I haven't done that for some of them. I was like, ugh, it's too expensive. But we'll do this. Neato. Okay, I was hoping. But not for those. This also didn't do it yet. Alrighty. Yes. Dang. Okay. Then the next area. So yeah, I completely didn't remember that I didn't have her, and then all of a sudden I did, and I was like, whoops. So. I think that does take care of that then. Okay. Then here, so I did actually go around and fix some of these up, and I think now, 1, 2, yes, this one is a new one too. We'll see it next time. Nice in its bloomed glory. Those are gonna be a little out of sync, but I am doing that on purpose because I do want to, of course, have a little bit more of those be patterned. Use the correct terminology. Okay, that did work. What was I doing there? I don't know. Let's take that out. And I'm just gonna leave those for now. Curious. We are now gonna go here, also fix this up a little bit, but, you know, when it snows, it is not the best. And of course, it is going to be some time before anything that, you know, I'm really looking for comes up. Okay. But that's just to keep it clear in hopes that maybe what I'm looking for can come up. I mean, I don't know what the rates are for them. But you can say that they're pretty low. And then of course it's the wrong ones. Unless it's finally the correct one. Go this way, please. Sheephin. All right. Then, well, unfortunately nothing as of yet. But I can keep on hoping. Again, not really sure how much the yellow is going to be. I've done this a little differently. Actually, worthy, but it's all good. Meanwhile, though, over here on this side, luckily, the game was kind. So now, mostly just a waiting game for the rest to be kind. So I've been taking those out too. And then I changed this up actually over here because I added this here. So we'll see how that goes in due time. We'll do this first, and then we'll go back. That's what I was saying. Oh, I should have done this a little differently. All right. Whoops. Or was it a good idea to do that? That's so obnoxious. Okay. You're just gonna stare at me, dude? Why are you so boring? Wow, so gruff. I just don't understand why they don't and can't have and do the other things. But bro time indeed. That's one way to put it. So we're gonna go back over here and actually say hello to bro. Maybe. Just kidding, he shouldn't be anywhere else. Should be pretty simple. Hi. This is the beautiful place I made. Don't you feel it? That is all there is to see to know. Now, I did make this, but you best believe there is no little cushion in it. I almost looked up this, though, to make it, but I was like, no. I will stay strong. But I knew it. So this is Big Adventures Park, huh? Is there a roller coaster? And then, so the only reason why they say it, or didn't say, I thought you meant like this, is that, we got our little friend collecting it for us. So, yeah. What does he give? Who knows? Unless you look it up. My bad. Okay. Patience. So, that will take care of all of that. Sorry, so we'll go here. And same thing. Nothing really is like, yeah. I can't believe actually they were right there this time. Oof. Not you. You're like a weed, I swear. Sure. Sure. All right. Same thing. I'll leave them this time. And then we'll go in here. No! Disappointment. Darn. Same with out here. I might... Let me see again.
might do this instead, because this one has actually worked. We'll see what can come of that instead. Because cannot be bothered otherwise. Whoa. Okay. Don't mind if you do. Like the black was like so easy. Okay. 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 I was just waiting, if one of them, because I was just gonna collect the other, but no, it's fine. But technically the mint is something that I didn't have before, so that's why I'm like, He's just not here anymore. If it doesn't have a 1 next to it, I don't have it. That's how I'm looking at it as. But yeah, I hate them as requests. They're so annoying. It's so, like, I thought it was great that it used to tell you. And then as soon as you have that as a request, it's just like a waste. Hi. I don't know how you're sitting down here, dude, but whatever. Just leave it. Also, these. I mean, I did get the color. Sure. Sure. Okay. Next, of course, is the other field that I have let do as it must. Nothing. Something. I mean, it's not like it hasn't happened before. But again, I feel like these patches feel like the chances are higher that you would actually see that happen. Though, luckily though, I also realized I did not have her as a companion, so then at least for in here, I did have her as a companion. I will leave these because of that. And then the other struggle. the abandoned area because I couldn't keep up. There still is like at least one. And then okay. These basically all became patterned. Is the word I was looking for. I know nothing's gonna happen with these. There are some that still could be. I don't really care about that particular pattern, to be honest. Except it might again be cool when it's with itself, but that's for a different time and space. I'm trying to think if I would want to move that Hibiscus. I almost fell. So this I've also left pretty much. But I will take those. Because I'm banking on that. Again, just trying, but the efforts are very slow. But that is what everything again still looks like. The only place that really hasn't been touched up, you could say at this point, is the greenhouse. Everywhere else I've pretty much have changed around. So, now speaking of changing around, this is a little bit of a change considering it's about critters and let alone comforts. So, critter comforts. And yeah, ever since that this has been a quest, he hasn't appeared, well, in City Town and here. Just kidding. But no, but seriously also, it literally was not. And I was like, what? It's very weird. It was like he was already active. But apparently he's right here! Of course. I kept them around this time. Hello, hello. It is always good to see you. I wonder if you have time today for an outdoor excursion. Always, Tuxedo-san. Let us brave the great outdoors. Charming. My bow tie and I are at the ready. I hear you've become quite the critter catcher. Sounds like an entertaining challenge. Most diverting pastime indeed. My net skills at their peak. Then let us explore the island and capture some critters. Okay. Then here's how I'm going to do this. Perfect. Now, don't touch that. Heck yeah, dude. Whoops. Whoops! I may or may not was about to do the usual thing with those. Well, actually, you should be around here. Too slow. Too noisy. Oof. Did you respawn? Are you so for real? You stupid cabin sign. Whatever. I'm annoyed though. Wonderful. Let me get these as well. Perfect. You are quite agile with that net. It's an interesting way to explore Friendship Island, to observe its patterns and routines. All this life around us, it's remarkable to consider all the things we share our world with. Not just here, but all around this marvelous green and blue earth. Thousands of kinds of mammals, so many fungi, tens of thousands of fish, a million different bugs. Holding all that vast variation in our minds is impossible. However, our little corners of the universe, I love to stop and smell the roses, so to speak. Or stop and admire the critters. Okay, why am I catching two? Didn't even say it. Okay. Yes. You really did move up here. Okay, I thought I was seeing things, honestly. Well done. The accuracy of your net is admirable, and your ability to find critters astonishing. Or astounding. Have you noticed the charming patterns on all these critters? You're supposed to be relaxing. Working on a critter-inspired line? One cannot help but be inspired by nature. You're becoming outdoorsy. I prefer nature at a distance. I do enjoy my shop and my designs, but it can become a bit stale if I keep the world at arm's length. The scents, the sounds. Of course, it all becomes inspiration. Looking for a little more inspiration? Shall we keep catching critters? Well, I believe I have sufficient inspiration for the moment. The outdoors are lovely, but we should not overdo it. Maybe a bit of cake before I return to my shop. Cake sounds perfect. Hello Kitty will just know the thing. Okay. You two have worked up an appetite catching critters. That's so much fun. Indeed, we have caught many critters and are now in need of sustenance. I can help with that. What sort of treats sound good? Pineapple stuck cakes, I think. Oh my gosh. 3? Crazy. Absurd. Ridiculous. Whoa. Delicious. A lovely treat for the end of a lovely excursion. Thank you for catching critters with me today. You are a marvelous, wondrous guide. I'll take any adventure any day. Only on Friendship Island. I will carry my inspiration with me, and I hope you do too. Until next time. Hello. A little close there, buddy, but okay. I guess you could say that does take the cake. There's one other thing that I will do. And that is to see. Okay, it wasn't quite here. And over here. Yeah, there we go. So I decided to do this because it's been a little bit. But yeah, again, I'm not really taken by those quests. They'll just kind of not do it for me. But that's another reason why I wanted to look, is because I figured it would be a furniture piece. So, all the same, festival done. Basics almost done. Carrying on furniture, getting closer. And that's it. So, progress. But, you know, also not so much progress as well. But I'm not going going after them every day, so the progress for the achievement of going after them is slow coming, but that's okay too, because I haven't also looked for the treasure, and we haven't even stumbled across the treasure, because I just don't go in the places apparently where the treasure is at the moment. But that is all fine, because, again, not a huge deal for me. So, though, what we do, and what we have to see is, of course, the event, but also, again, for visitors, for me, the only one that I have at the moment that is who is willing to drop by is, of course, Okami here, who, again, will either be here or not be here, depending on how he's feeling, which is totally fine. And then we're still waiting for the time that we can finally say hello, and our last hello for Yako there. So we'll hope for the best. I did learn a little something, though, with this one. So we'll see how slowly that goes, but hopefully it isn't too slow, but slow enough that we feel like we're getting enough in return. But speaking of return, a return to the regular chores, of course, has been very frequent as of late, and given my last little spiel, of course, as soon as I call out the game, you know, being it's slow, I'm gonna roll it back. Here I am, still rolling on. But again, that still may be the case, is where I will slow it down. Again, going to the flowers isn't the most funnest thing, maybe, or maybe you are curious still about flowers, so you like to see the patches, but that will be slowed down in the future, depending, of course, again, if it's a newer setup. I'm more than happy to swing by, but it is hard to get out of that habit. And of course, I love dropping by the ones that, of course, are the hybrids, because after all, those are my pride and joy. As well as, of course, the other ones in the Merry Meadows. But all in all, it is okay. I gotta remind myself to roll it back, slow it down. And of course, the real fun and exciting bit is to, of course, get the ones for the greenhouse. Again, slowly but surely trying to get there, but we'll hopefully get there before the year ends, right? Right. But the next time that we do jump in to Hello Kitty Island Adventure, how will the Scholastic event go, given it seems to be all about the tunes, and who will be the one guiding our way through it? That is, how many and who? Given that there have been some surprises, I was about to say, guests appearing here and there with some of the newer events, is the best way to put it. I don't know where else I was going to go with it. And of course, when it comes down to the next one, that is afterward, because of course they keep on coming, what will we have in store for, you could say, like a surprise one? I guess only time will tell, but that will be next time. Let's go ahead and jump in Hello Kitty Island Adventure today. Now, of course, last time we had a bit to, I guess, explore, catch up on, but today is truly the day where we're really going to be able to explore something new, because of course the next event has begun and will be with us for a little while. So we will see how the story goes. Very curious as to cutscene wise, if it is affected. If it is, of course, there is a trick for it, but maybe not. Maybe we'll be in the clear. So, Scholastic Celebration is here. Would you like to see what's going on now? No thanks, let's go. Or yes, let's go. Sure? Hope for the best. Should be fine. Should be good. Thank you for coming to our first Happy Bundy Band stand-up. I thought we were calling it a band-up. Wait, what's a stand-up? I thought we were having a meeting. It's very cool. Much cooler than a meeting. You get to stand. It's basically a meeting. Yay, what's the agenda? Boo, meetings! Why is that cooler? First order of business, we gotta change things up. But why? Things are great. Things are not great. We've become cliched, predictable, stale. Is it a cliche, or are we a classic boy band? I don't want to be like any other boy band. We can't buy into the stereotypes. But I think I like... I think. There's no think. I think. My bad. But I like being the cute one. And I like being the sporty one. And I like being the rapper. It's like doing improv comedy, actually. I don't want to stop being the dancer. And I don't like being the face of the band. But tomorrow. I mean, yeah, but we can workshop it. You all are a classic. Hello? What's going on? We heard shouting from the cafe. It must be the Scholastic celebration getting them all fired up. My favorite time of year. Perhaps they're discussing which school subject is the best. English, art, math, lunch. Always lunch. I didn't realize that was a subject. Nah, music is the best subject, no contest. Wait, that's it! We can do a band takeover the Scholastic celebration. Yeah, we can write music and scatter it all around the seaside resort. That sounds interesting. A bit impractical. Plus, I used to love band. Totally butchered that, it's fine. Awesome, come on Tuxedo-san, I have lots of ideas about band outfits. We should make sure he doesn't get into trouble. Well then, make sure to look out for music sheets around the resort. You can spend them at the event stand for school-themed rewards. Were you in the marching band, Hello Kitty? I mostly play the piano, which is a bit big to march with. I played the triangle. Oh, what a guy. Well, I think this sounds like a great theme. Let's get the music going. Happy Scholastic celebration! So that is the theme for this year's Scholastic celebration. Dramatic pause. And there we go. I think that's a cape. Doesn't look very good on that little image, but that's okay. So if we take a look here, first and foremost, of course, this is where we're gonna see what we're gonna get as far as the longest month goes. But yes, it will be a good long chunk for you to be able to collect this stuff. Hopefully you can. And then everything else is actually complete, which is great, except of course this one, which will be I'll complete in 2 days if I don't mess up. And 3 days if I don't mess up. So all is good, all is grand. So mail. So make some noise for a Scholastic celebration. Class is in session and the theme is music. Scholastic celebration is back and the band is bringing marching band fun to Friendship Island. Look for music sheets around the resort and trade them at the event stand for musical rewards. Suit up, collect rewards, and march into the season with your favorite Sanrio friends. Hop in. Sorry, the music notes threw me off. Let's get the music going, the Sunblink team. Why did we get 6 musical notes? What? I'm a little confused. You look cute with your hat, my dude. Alright, so this is all the stuff. We already do have the tunes. Again, they haven't really added any new tunes, but this is actually probably the most limited out of the items, I would say. This was a little bit more. curious. So they say sheets, but we get music notes. Now, forgive me, for that is not my strong suit, so I do not know what this note is. I don't remember. It's been too long. I don't claim to say that I've taken a music class, but yes, I have taken a music class. Not by my choice, but by the force of general education. And it was shit. What? What? Did we do a little dance? Okay, these are a little bit more, wow. Okay. I just was not expecting it to be on the side. But yeah, it was, you had to teach yourself, which is, you know, fine, discipline. But I was always very tired in the class. That's right. I'm not afraid and ashamed to admit this at all. I was always tired, so I spent like 15 minutes, maybe, tops, of like actually practicing. And then I basically napped for the rest of the class. I also ate food when I wasn't supposed to. Real good student right here. But no, it was so boring. It was bad. And then we're always told, never write the notes. You'll never learn that way. I felt like I wasn't learning at all anyways, to be honest. Like what? What's gonna happen? What's the best that could happen? But yeah. The teacher was bad too. Kind of really didn't care, but I guess that goes for a lot of things, but he mostly cared about other going-ons. So it was whatever. Am I trying this in 2 different places? Or... oh, I think I kind of was. I'll worry about the magenta later. This is silly, though. Do that. Sorry, do this. Okay. Focus on these. We can focus on the rest. Dang it. Alright. Over here we go. But yeah. So, anytime that someone asks, I guess is what I was trying to get at, my answer is no. I got nothing. And I think that's fair. These. Oops. There. Yep. And then that one. Okay. I left that one there on purpose, even though I took the others out. Okay, fair enough. Then I'm gonna take that one with me too. So we'll go here next. And then we actually should see this in bloom this time, because last time, of course, we didn't. There it is. Da 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 da. Isn't it beautiful? I think it's beautiful. Mint. It will not piss me off. Okay. Like, trying to carefully take them out on purpose. But yeah, that was also me being, or trying to be, very calm with their presence. Because they do piss me off a lot of the time. Oh yeah, I'm trying to do something else now. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay, that's what it looks like. This yellow. Has popped the hell off. And we don't need that. This is a hot pink. Why was I thinking I had something else? I don't know. Let that one instead. Okay. Either case. Moving on to the next patch. Whoops. It's hard to tell. I guess I do this a lot at night. Oops. So. That explains it. Do we see the glory? Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it the most beautiful thing you have ever laid your eyes on? Orange and red ombre, Ghostgleam, hell yeah! That is honestly super exciting. You can't even tell when it's in this form. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. The only problem is that I have no idea where to put this thing. You're coming with me though, buddy. So while that is one version of the pattern, by the way, it could absolutely be the other way too. So that's why there are too many combinations of these darn ass flowers to even comprehend. Yeah, I think that's ridiculous, first of all. But secondly, you know, fine, it makes sense, right? Like, well, if it can go one way, well, why can't it go the other way? But then I just feel like you could never get into an end, but maybe that's not the goal. Maybe that's the only beginning. And only the beginning. Oh, yeah! Fuck yeah! Got it. Okay. Next. Oh, shoot. I actually have a lot. But I have cool and hot. And pink. And here's the warm pink. Okay. Of course, magenta. Hot pink, blue, which is the indigo, which is what I meant. Cloud sky, sea foam, steamy. Okay. I just like planting these. So. I also got those two. Guess it would be violet? Question mark? I don't know, we can place that there. But yeah. So, it will be a bit. Yeah, I got periwinkle. There's no, again, also good way to remember is just a visual. That was either really good or really painful. Leaving that there. Water it. Perfect. Again, it really shouldn't actually do anything other than hopefully give us a hybrid. But now, I mean, some of this I can't plant in certain places either, but maybe I can plant it. Maybe I can plant it in the Merry Meadows. That's what I've been trying to think of like what I would really want to do for the Merry Meadows. There are some patches that I would want to change. All right, let's test this. It's neither. Take that one out then. You know, I was just hoping. That's why I leave them and then I do the thing. Same business over here, though we got lucky. The Ghostgleam was pretty quick / slow. I mean, I didn't do that long ago. It didn't feel like a month. That's when it feels bad. I'm just, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. I think I got another one of these. Nothing yet. Leave it for now. So I did get the lilac. And then that just gave us that. I'm gonna leave that for now. But I don't need it anymore. Eh. Okay. Just white. That's fine. So then we will go here. And then we'll go, of course, over here. So this isn't where I'm actually trying to get the hybrid or anything like that. It's more just a pattern. Which has worked actually in my favor for some things, not other things. Was it this one? Sky? It's ice. That's also ice. Yeah. That. Okay, and actually... well, yes, those can be planted there. But really... There. Do it like that, because that's really what's gonna get us what we need. I was just hopeful to get it to... maybe... I really need it for that. Because I don't have any. So that's why I've left it. Left it in hopes. But maybe I should do a patch of that in the also Mare Meadows, and that would be good too. Now this is technically where I've been trying. But yeah, I've also left them. Haven't taken them out. So I was also leaving it because I was excited because I got another one. But they are taking up spaces. We can't have that. So then we'll go in here. And of course, take care of the chore. Disappointment though. I don't know what's a faster red transfer. I really don't. So I put a black one there. It's still going to take a little bit. That is one other day. So I have hopes. The black colors seem to have transferred pretty fast. So I can only hope for the best. This is going to sound really weird compared to other parts if you've ever heard me. But I do wish there was one other plot on Cloud Island for the flowers. If it has to be, then so be it. Okay. Dang! Nothing. Fine. Maybe though. Maybe. Please. Thank you. They don't make their sound anymore. He's back in business. He doesn't have a quest, which keeps him away from his post. That's the only magical sound. No more shaking. Tragic. Okay. Ah. Let's see. Never mind. He's gonna perpetually be waiting. Yeah, and I do wish someone else just took care of the order. I mean... Do I? I find it weird that this appeared here. But maybe that's fine. Me just hoping for a coral. And in turn you got peach. Okay. Fair enough. Just waiting for the sound. Forgot that it was coral. It always looks slightly red to me. Every time. But this is coral. That's red. So yeah, this was actually an area though that I was thinking of putting it. I know that's weird. Because also I would love to put them in their actual areas, but then it's just taking up the spot. Obviously I'm doing that with the anemones, but then I'm like, well... This is a white one, isn't it? Or is it? No, it's the cream. Okay. For the time being, I could put it here instead. I don't want it there though. It is, maybe I don't want it here. Because then also I'm not going to do that. Just want to be able to see it. Now the only issue, of course, if I clear patch... then any event flowers are going to just spawn. Which is fine, but... plotting this is so hard. Oops. But that's great. I'm just leaving them at the moment. I forgot that I'm still like testing this little patch. There's so many options. No hybrid yet. But that is a spot, but really it's over here. But then am I taking it away from a very good plotted spot? I don't know. And then it's like, sorry, that flower you want to plant, it can't be planted here. I forgot about that too, and it's just like, why? I'm just gonna leave it like that. Because then also, then I could place them though. Totally forgot about that though. It means I have to put it there. Or in the Merry Meadows, or in the water. Sorry, just deep thinking. Or in the greenhouse. That's like the only place. That just stinks. Decisions. So yeah, I guess I could just go back to the field. That'd probably be best. Unfortunate though. Still didn't do what I wanted. For some of this. Lilac though. Lilac. Did its purpose. This orange one did its also purpose. This did not. Gonna take those out actually. I was thinking about it. I'm like, actually, that's good. No gray. No pink, but periwinkle. This is a cool... want to get the mint. Those. Green. Teal. These are all the red. Just like, finally! Alright, this is gonna be a little weird. Yeah, one I will take. Alright, so with that little excursion though, just to show the flowers once more, because why the heck not? Again, there may be a time where we don't visit the flowers, but I think it was worth it given the gleam. I will plant it somewhere, I will decide it, and then of course it will be there when it will be there, but it's always interesting for when the areas can have them and where they can't, that is the flowers. I do wish that there weren't so many restrictions, but there we go for the face. And for the Scholastic celebration, again, it's gonna be a slow crawl. I wish I could tell you and have the energy to go around and find where these lovely sheets are, but yeah, I'm lucky that I even found the sheet that I found. I don't really get and understand sometimes when it comes down to these events why it is so hard to find them sometimes, but it's okay. But going back to the whole flower bit, I do wish that it wasn't as restrictive like this as it is. I mean, obviously, well, those, but then of course, everything else, I do wish that I could just plant them here too. I don't understand the restriction on the other. Like, what about them? The gleam that makes it so that it can be put in the DLC. Because let's say you didn't have the DLC area, right? Then you're really limited. You're really limited to the water and I guess to the fields beyond. But it still feels limiting compared to all the flowers you can plant in the field. It is the wheat field, but maybe that's just me. However, this is it for, again, also the quest here. You can take that photo if you wish, but nothing super new. Again, for visitors, for me, all I have is the one, and again, he'll come whenever he wants to come, which again is more so a pattern. But 2 down, again, in case you didn't know or forgot. However, of course, there's still plenty of time for, you know, their arrival and visit. So of course, the next time that we jump into Hello Kitty Island Adventure, well, we'll be lying in wait as far as quests go. And of course, when it comes to those visiting, when will they say hello again so soon? I guess only time will tell, but that will be next time. Let's go ahead and jump into Hello Kitty Island Adventure today. Now, with jumping in, of course, took care of the flowers. There is actually one that might be a little exciting to see, but other than that, been pretty chill. Had a, though, visitor that did visit, though. The only one that I have, and well, surprise, surprise. Maybe even more surprising, and that is the fact that, well, we got one more, but where I had to go. Now that is the thing that was a little frustrating, I will admit. Just a little frustrating. So, I will actually go here because I had to go to a place that I haven't been in a hot minute. So, for example, I accidentally did take this wild ride again. But upon taking the wild ride, I realized there was actually stuff to collect on the ride. I was like, what? And I was like, oh, okay, let me hit Y. I was not expecting to collect stuff. I haven't been here since that one other time that I accidentally came here. And then, oh, a top hat. Go to Tamaha. That was basically it. And then maybe one other time I might have walked in. But then also, there was an almanac here. And I was like, what? Good thing I even picked it up, but I had no idea. Because I'm not really looking up or have not looked up where the almanacs are. But yeah, there's one there and there's stuff to collect. Not exactly sure how many, but that was interesting to me all the same. Because also of what I have as an ask for what's collected around the island. So that was interesting. I'm glad they added stuff to that, to be honest. But I don't feel like I would take it every day. But happy to get another one. And then, again, just looking for one particular critter. And just going all about, realizing I shouldn't go that way because I will get reset. Not that that's the end of the world. I hope I did get it. But then I went up here again, accidentally grabbing, and then, oh, another one. There it is. So, again, I don't really care to be in the ruins. In particular, I think they are not the most interesting place to be as far as the game goes. Again, personally, but all in all, was able to take care of that. So, though I still have plenty more to get. Great, and this is basically the quest that we have, but yeah, other than that, great. And then make drinkies. That was kind of, again, the most exciting bit. Was just getting those, because, yeah. And I'm out of snowballs? Guess that makes sense. We'll do this. Maybe not 20, maybe like 2. And just in case. Yeah! Sweet. And he's stuck in his little bit there. But yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it like that. So yeah, I don't exactly know again when I'll get any of the others, because I mean those are like set places that they were gonna be, so I'm not exactly sure what that will entail for whenever I decide to get the others, if I can even get the others, because that's another thing. But just thought I'd share where those are, or were, at least for me. We'll take care of this here, because why not? Oh, and then I actually also should see something if there's... Yeah, that's a bug. If I was reading stuff correctly on the interwebs, or what have you. Air quotes bug. It's fine though. I'm not concerned about it, really. It exists. And yes, I could have had her as a companion and all that fun stuff, but I just don't feel like I really need her. No offense. And then we'll go here. Okay. We get to get the stuff. Magical as always, as we should be. And you know what? Considering the amount that I get, might as well, right? We got to. We got to. Also heavy sigh though, because wouldn't I like to have more of the, was it, we could call it frozen kind? Yeah, we'll put it that way. We will pick this up. And why do I? That's annoying, because it would be better. Fine. There you go. An 11. So it does account for what? Anything? I don't know. I really have no clue. A beach ball indeed. But yeah, I don't know if I found what I don't think so. Oh well. Either case, not a big deal. Don't overthink it. Here is the beautiful mess that is. So again, this one is a magenta hot pink. This one is a hot pink magenta. Did you get that? Those are the two variants, if you will, that are possible just as much as possible with any of these other ones. So again, that's why there are a bazillion trillion combinations, because that's a real number. And of course, depending on the time of day, it can be very hard to see these. So this is a blue violet, obviously in that little smaller square, it looks a little different. And this one is a periwinkle ice ombre, which I thought I noticed, but I also thought my eyes were playing tricks on me, so I wasn't entirely sure, but sure enough. So that is the newest addition to that lovely collection that I moved there. That particular hibiscus was in the greenhouse. It's done a pretty good job. Though I do have a lot of the same color. Perfect. And then up here, this is not quite working out the way that I had hoped. I did do a lot of this, but I guess I'll leave it for now. I'll collect this. Perfect. Then we'll go here. Water. Now I have taken out the ones here. Quite a bit, actually. And finally, we got another! This area seems to be my lucky little spot. That is a yellow and orange ombre. Which is what I expected from here, because I've gotten the other one. Like, what? Why are they reaching so far? What is this magic? But again, they could be the other way too. It's just whatever prominent color comes first, and then it could be the opposite. But it doesn't work for all the ombre. Because this is just the basic. When it's with the white. But it's very, very confusing. To say the least. My plan, though, is to take this. There. Beautiful! Okay. Just don't remember it being 11. What do I know? But yes, they do appear. I did miss it yesterday. Cinnamon roll, you got this. And let's just say it's because I couldn't find it, so I gave up. There we go. We'll put that there, and then basically I will take this over with other hybrids. So this patch and that patch, and that way we can see them anytime we want. Of course, there was actually another one that I had to move elsewhere, but we'll see how that turns out in due time. Take these out though. Maybe I should have swapped those. That is this one and this one. Like the way I planted them. It's okay. I was just thinking that randomly. I mean, not that it would still be around the same area, obviously. They all are, but just to get another chance of something. Something grand, something great. No, I don't want to talk to you ever. Unless I really want to change your outfit, which is a really low probability. We will take these out because that's not what we want. These I've left because it worked out. Okay. I see what has happened. Got another orange, because, yeah. That makes orange. Makes sense. That there, and then this. Okay. I've been, again, slowly doing that. Again, I've left those, though, to collect them. Hope for the best. Fair enough. Then we will actually go here. Okay, so those out, but still take this that. Damn it. This. Sorry. I'm good. I'm not losing it. I mean, I did lose it there for like a quick second, then I regained all that I lost. It is really dumb, though. Never know. Dang, dude, you just have a lot of a problem. This, though, is the coral ombre. And then this is black and white ombre, because it worked. Everything else, though, is not quite working. Dang. I left them like that on purpose, because that's what I hoped, but nothing happened, but that's okay. Moving upward to the cauldron. That's like the only one that's come up. Dang it! Dang it, dang it, dang it! Okay, I am going to actually take that one out and see what happens. Shoot. Yeah, I mean, again, I do, and I could, and it's fine. They also may or may not have gotten out of sync. Can't prove it. That I did it, you know, but it may have happened. Okay. Nothing. For the one that I need. This over here, of course, worked really well in getting the gray. It was really easy, and then it's just been kind of doing its thing. This has not worked out as well, but, you know, with patience and time is kind of what I'm making on over there. Then we'll go over here. This way. Cancel. Why? Hit wrong button. I do not know. But yeah, this is not quite worked out in my favor yet. But who knows? I don't know what the percent chance is, but it totally increases as the days go on, right? And who knows? Maybe I'm lying to myself. I actually haven't checked, to be fully honest. Woof, dude. I'll actually leave that one there to see what happens. It's like the only one I don't have ombre. Okay. That's cool. It's chill. Oof. Of course. Take that. This one, and this one. This one also hasn't worked out, and again, I haven't really checked either, so. You don't say. But yeah, Umbra is like the base. Wow, okay. I see how it is. Oh boy. I don't know what I want to do. I'll think about it. Am I willing to sacrifice? Maybe. This has been disappointing too. But I have hope. And then we'll go here. So this... Oh my... This was hilarious. I got another one of the same combination. I don't know how, but I did, and I was like, oh, dang it. A little bit. You know? It was a little disappointing. On the puff side, though, I got it. I got the cream, so I took it out. And I got real excited and happy about it. And I was like, yay! I mean, I really don't need those. I'll leave that there, though. But yeah, really cool. So, that's that. And then we'll go here. Well, that's disappointing. Oh my gosh. Oof. All right. To the city, which the city also has been disappointing. Like, I had a feeling. Sure. Jungle indeed. I was thinking of that exact thing. Like we've gotten some colors to expand. But that's about it. Wow. That's amazing. I'm gonna get this just because. But I also say that's amazing because it's been a little bit. But also the just because there's not a lot that you can get daily. Unless you get asked daily, then it'll add up. But yeah. I have not had the luck. I'll just take them out. I don't need them invading the space. The precious space. Sure. It'd be cool if this one could expand, as it were. But I don't know. Hello. Let's see. Perfect. Okay. Then here. Which... yeah, I was about to say, I think it should be fully bloomed except for this one, which I did plant. So again, this is a new one. The anemones. I don't really know where I want to put it because there isn't really a good spot to like still collect on them. That's the thing too. Hell yeah. But I put it here because I also was actually going to put it somewhere in the greenhouse. And I was like, you can't plant this here. I meant greenhouse. Merry Meadows. You can plant it, of course, in the greenhouse. But not in the meadows proper, though you can also place them in the planters. So, I mean, it makes sense because they're planters. They're not actually plots. What am I thinking? Those are two separate things. But... yeah, I was a little disappointed. I couldn't just plant it in the meadows in general, but I get it, I guess, though I never really understood them, to be fair, as well. I was always a little bit like, why? But yeah, I have taken the time to also take out ones that are just no good. So we can do that again. I've also left them too just in case, but we really are here to hopefully maybe get some more rare. The rarest of the rare. Going. It's a little sketch though. Every time. I was like, uh-oh. I held my breath. I already had to replant that one over there anyways. Peach! Peach. I think I might actually plant that. Thinking. How and where do I want to plant that? Here. What's the first peach? Freaking colors, man. And that was nothing. Feels bad, man. But okay. Cool. Don't even. Get that periwinkle, man. It's fine. These are almost all done. Okay. I might not care after a point. I still have cared a lot, but I might not after a certain point. But I do want to leave some of the colorful ones out, though. Because I think that'll be worth it. Perseverance. That's what this plot is. Okay. Then over here. So I've kind of left this basically, but all the same. Those are the ones that are blind. Excuse me. Do this. Just in case. But I did get actually some of these to work out, so that also has been good. But I will be taking care of that a later point in time. That is the work. Wish on later. But dang, Peach. I didn't even... I don't think there's a peach. I did make art. Boy, I tell ya. Oh boy. I gotta figure out how to get peach. Poof, you go. But not before long, at least for one, because of course, my Beefy Weightlifter begins. Wanna go get an omelet with me? You know it. I might be low on eggs. Oh, so self-aware. We can go on a nice walk through Gemstone Mountain. Okay, but to be fair, we're not really going for a walk. Or are we? Ready? Let's go. What? Oh no, there's a boulder in the way. That wasn't there before. How mysterious. We need to get rid of it, or we'll never get to taste tasty eggs. The fast travel point. We could try to push it, or maybe rent a crane. I can use my pickaxe. Step aside. I got this. We could always walk around. Oh, I suppose that would work too. But wait, I just had a better idea. I have a magazine for this. Of course you do. About boulders? Yes, it's about weightlifting. This might be my time to try it out. Okay, you go get us some Pochacoco energy pops. I'll grab the magazine. And I'll grab the magazine. Ho, ho, ho. I mean, since I'm here. No magic, it's fine. Again, we can literally just go around it, but I understand it. Part of the story. Oh, hey, I was just stocking up on Pochacoco energy pops. That's why I'm here too. They're great for exercise. They're full of all the nutrients and electrolytes I need. What are you up to anyway? My Supano is gonna lift a boulder. Learning weightlifting. Really cool. Can I come watch? Absolutely. You can offer tips. Let's go. Oh, right, you need your Pochacoco energy pops. Okay, grab those and then we'll go. Max 2. Pochacoco's favorite. Why are you over there? And why did he go over there? Feel left out. And left behind. I guess that's how they all feel, huh? You don't see those two things over there, by the way. Nope. Hell yeah. If you sense a discrepancy, you're not seeing things.
There you are. I've been warming up and reading through the magazine, of course. Now I'm ready to lift this boulder.
Oh, maybe we should try start with something smaller? Do you have anything heavy to practice with? Those are precious. Yeah, that'll do. Try lifting this, my sweet piano. That's way too small. I don't need tiny weights. I feel like I could lift a house. In fact, watch this. Are those magazines magic or something? Oh, buddy, you have no idea. At least one of them was cursed, so yes. This is incredible. What's happening, Pachacoko? You look like you've seen a ghost or something. Not a ghost, but see for yourself. Watch me lift the dance hall. Good gravy.
Won't that affect the plumbing?
And the Doki Doki Yummy Jums? I think I might be able to lift the whole of Icy Peak. Oh my word.
How did you do that?
I can't believe it. Oh, an achievement. I feel sorry for anyone who can't witness this with their own eyes. Oh, so self-aware. Make sure to lift with your knees, my sweet piano. She's gonna be sore tomorrow. I think we might be past that. I gotta get my hands on one of my sweet piano's magazines. Let's go lift that boulder. Crazy. Isn't it cool if they did like a comic book kind of panel kind of thing? We could see. Or like, I mean, it doesn't have to be comic book necessarily, but just like snippet of the action. Because I think that'd be cool art to have as well. Like just in general. But I get it, it's work. But it's gone! There was a boulder right here, I promise. Oh, I was looking forward to watching you lift it.
Hello, pals. You look disappointed. Aren't you glad that the path to the egg pan is open again?
Where'd the boulder go? We had business with a big rock.
Oh, that thing? I smashed it for you. Was that bad?
Oh, that's very kind of you, Pico. Thank you. But now my sweet piano has nothing more to lift. That's not true. I can always pick a Pico. Eep! We got my sweet piano mirror. And no actual outfit this time, which is interesting, but that does take care of that quest. All the same, quest is, out of them, probably that was the weaker. Or one of the weaker ones. Not that they all have to be super interesting. Been enjoying getting the furniture pieces for my sweet piano, but you know, it's weaker in the sense that she didn't get a new outfit. I'm all about them having other outfits, but I will have this to be a thing. I always get confused. Yes. So that will be taken care of. Then, you know, well, don't have to worry about it. But while, of course, this was the last day for some visitors, that is, if you had any that were coming by, I hope that they were able to come by. Otherwise, best of luck the next time they come around in about a month, you could say. But again, only one more for him. So once that is done and he is a permanent resident, then we will see where the journey takes us, because I have a feeling there's a bit more. Maybe not with them, but a bit more to the story as far as new visitors go. And I won't say more than that, but also, of course, when it comes to what we have here, this is all been completed. There used to be a bit more, but all of that is done, of course, at this point in time, if you did not know. Because there isn't really a way to know. But, yeah. So I hope you're able to get all that you wanted. I didn't spend the rest of them. I have no idea how many lockets I had, but... 67. Let's see the damage. Not to get any of that stuff, though. But... 10... Oops. Why is that 11? It's fine. We'll do that. That. We'll get the ones. Now, of course, we're getting the base colors for now, which is why they look gray when we collect them. Though, that is when it's like the little square for the item for the daily rewards, but they obviously are the red variant of sorts. Thank you, my dude. Finally came in and helped us out. Oof, 7. We'll be able to get it next time. No, it's just proving me wrong. But yeah, I don't know how much I am gonna care too much for this particular collection. Same with also just the past. It's not really... I mean, yes, it is something, of course, I've used, but not really something I'm, like, super interested in using again. It's more that I used the stuff just to use the stuff, too. But, let me take a look here at the events. Closer to being complete, so that always feels good. Balloons, you say? But, there is, of course, sorry, part 2 as well, of course. So, and then maybe the finale, or maybe just the finale. Hard to say when it comes to the items, but again, not too many for this particular celebration, but hopefully we'll have more of a cutscene soon enough, you know, to kind of help us along. But that will take care of things for the time being, again, for at least my playtime in Hello Kitty Island Adventures. So of course, while we have been doing the usual, again, things will be cut back once we start slowing down again, which may be sooner than we think. Again, I don't exactly know how many other quests are going to be coming up. That is, since, well, it all will be dependent on the visitors themselves, and of course, anything that starts us off during the wonderful day. But of course, when it comes to everything that is on Friendship Island, will the time that the flowers take be ever so kind enough to give us at least one other color transfer before the end of the month in the respective places that I have been patiently tending to them? And of course, too, when it comes to those dropping by, will they drop by sooner than we think? And let alone, who else is there to come by and say hello? I guess only time will tell, but that will be next time.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, once again, my name is Lisa, but I can go by Lister Lise, and I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be.